even started there. Okay, so good morning everybody. My name is Alistair and it's really great to be here. I had to cut my pants down to make the weight limit on the plane, so I couldn't really bring any flyers or things, but I've got plenty of cards. I've got a fairly unique name so that you can find me on the web very easy. So I'm going to fill in a few other interesting snippets about exogaming. So first thing, to say welcome to everybody. It's great to see so many lovely thin people here today. And I'd especially like to welcome the representatives of the world's exogaming enforcement community who've chosen to join us here in Sapphire Ballroom at this time. I do sincerely hope you're enjoying the show. Please remember, people, that no matter who you are, what you do to live, thrive, and survive, there are still some things that make us all the same. You, me, and everybody. Everybody needs to exercise. Right, we just go back in time. Once upon a time, exercise was exciting. If you couldn't catch your food to eat, or you got caught, you didn't eat. Either way, end of story. Then we learned how to grow food. But then exercise and also food was kind of pretty bland, but that was okay because it took lots of time and effort to grow the harvest. But more recently, food became exciting, and it's everywhere, and we simply can't get enough of it. And we build machines to do the boring exercise for us. And then we build even more boring machines to exercise with. But we got bored because, well, simply they're boring machines. So we just build even more machines to do even more exercise. And then a bunch of crazy fun people got together in San Diego, and they said, hey, wouldn't it be super awesome if we could make exercise exciting again? So here's the skinny. While the numbers might vary a little, there's only a minority of children and adolescents who are sufficiently engaged in PE and sport for them to do 5 hours of activity a week. Then there's a larger group, around about 50%, who on a sunny day, where's the sun gone? A tailwind, a cool t-shirt, a bottle of water, and an MP3 player, in the right circumstances, and with some great programming, they might just be persuaded to do 5 hours of exercise a week. And then finally, there's a hardcore group for who exercise is boring. Well, it's not even boring, it actually, in fact, it's worse than that, it sucks. So we need to move away from just thinking about joyous jocks, which I'm sure you're all very sporty types, like me as well. And we start into thinking about what it's like for the downering dudes, and also the sedentary skeptics as well. So when you add those two together, there's about 70% of people. So it's not the sporty types, they're the converted. It's the other 70 we need to worry about. Here's a thought. Suppose you're in the business of selling guitars. Gibson are, and they had this great idea. Hey, let's stick an Ethernet cable into a guitar. And they spent $50 million doing it. And then a bunch of game developers said, well, hey, let's actually make a really cheap plastic guitar that's fun to play with your friends. And it only costs $1 million to develop. Which do you think had more effect on guitar sales? What if you're in business of selling sport to the masses? Hey, let's build a really mega expensive stadium for a really serious sports event that only happens once every 4 years for $860 million. Or maybe for a whole lot less than that. If you find all 8 tall guy with kind of a goal on the top, they'll tell you it's a lot less than that. I'm not going to tell you how much, but it's certainly a lot less than $860 million. So there's many things that exogaming can be or can do, loads of different things. Stephen's already touched on those, and I haven't got time, but I like to talk. You might gather that, so catch me sometime, get in the car, drop me an email. But I'm going to talk a little bit about energy expenditure. Spent a long time doing this graphic, so I hope you like it. I guess, certainly in Europe, I'm an exercise physiologist, but maybe the nearest over here is a kinesiologist. I like that word. But if you observe an activity, then you can generally work out from the amount of muscle mass that's being active exactly how much energy expenditure might involve. So basically, the size of those shapes of the various body segments relate to the muscle mass and the energy expenditure. The redder it gets, the hotter it gets, and that's more exercise. And if the kind of go faster styles as well, that's a more vigorous movement. So way down the bottom there, that would be kind of like waving in the washroom to try and get the towel to come out of the machine. The second one there would be kind of more like the YMCA kind of business together. And then the next one would maybe be a bit sort of more like fame, I'm going to live forever. Moving up there, serious dance steps. We've seen some of that there. So when you really start getting very high step rates, 20 beats per minute or whatever, serious amount of exercise. And then when you've kind of got a full-on body combat situation where you're ducking and diving and punching as hard as you can, a full body shooter, then you can get 6+ mets. Because as Stephen said, they're not really appearing very much in the research literature. We're more down in the mid-range or even the 3 mets. So if Wii Sports is all that you try, that's a walk in the park compared to some of these games. Still not convinced. Okay. I'm going to talk now about the blitz offense. So, oh, no, that's a step chart, sorry. Yeah, here we go. So this is the blitz offense. Basically, you get the ball and you run to the line and you score a touchdown. Kind of goes something like this. Hey, wait a minute, he's running across the field. What is this guy doing? I don't believe it. All he has to do is cross the line. And finally, he scores. So where did he learn that? Was it a textbook? No, he actually learned his tactics from playing video games. So here's my point. How are you going to use technology? You're going to get smarter, or you're going to get dumber? You're going to get fitter, or you're going to get fatter? It's up to you. So there's a big problem in society. It's physical inactivity, there's also obesity, but rather than needing elimination, let's start thinking about innovation. There are lots of things happening in exergaming. It's developing fast, and my message